Well, Indorama Ventures is quite active on sustainability, has a very strong commitment. We have a brand new motto that is actually fully focused on sustainability. The investment that we are going to place by 2025 is around 2 billions of euro, and by 2030 we are talking about 7 billions of euro only in capex for sustainability. Our commitments are actually on the water. By 2025 we want to reduce 10%, and by 2030 we want to reduce up to 20%. By the electricity we're talking about 10% 2025 and 25% 2020. And regarding the CO2 reduction, we are talking about 10% again in 2025 and 30% by 2030. And of course we are committing to be carbon neutral by 2050. But it is a very complex question and very complex answer. Let me say, we are all linked in the today world. So it's very important to say that no one can do this journey by himself. So we need to cooperate. So it's very important the contribution of everyone. Of course, the industry, like we are doing, we are pushing as more as possible to introduce sustainable material, to innovate and go in sustainable direction, not only for material, but also for processes, for the scope 1 and 2. This means the energy, the water intensity reduction, avoid landscape, instruct the people. But it's also very important to, cooperate with the others. It's also very important to instruct the people. So my company is investing a lot in teaching young guys about sustainability, because the most of the things is really coming from our behavior. So let's not to forget, the very first point is reuse. And we all know, because it's our generations, we are consuming lots of things. If you think at 30, 40 years ago, the people were just using the very same things, repair them, so reuse them. And of course, the sustainability was much better than today. So we need to change ourselves as first. The industry is, by the way, doing lots of efforts to fix the things, to step back, to improve, to recover what we have done over the last decades. But of course, the big call, in my opinion, is the personal call. Each and every single people has to contribute, to think how they can directly contribute to be more sustainable, not to consume things, to buy things that at the end is just for buying and leave it there. You're not going to use, because as soon as you satisfy your needing, I want to have that, then you're not going to look at it anymore. We are all like that. So we need really to be more respectful for the ambient we are living, and to invest all that we can to leave a better world for the next generation. Well, we are investing a lot, and in this case, Indorama is also not only the leader worldwide for polyester, but is the leader worldwide for recycled polyesters. And in the last really few years, invested a lot in acquiring facilities, in developing and building up facilities. You might have read also in internet, very fresh news, we opened a factory together with Coca-Cola to really go circular. Yeah? Recycle is a complex item, let me say. There are technical-ready technologies like what we call the mechanical recycling or the thermomechanical recycling. You can use it immediately, even for tires. And what we got at the moment is the very same level of performances than with the virgin polyester for tire application. Another aspect would be the chemical recycling. Chemical recycling is a technology that is available for some type of chemical recycling since for years, let me say, but not mature enough for such a very high technical application. So we are spending lots of energy, and we are partnership with different technologies. I guess Indorama is partnership at the moment is scouting and partnership with more than 100 different technologies and contacts just for chemical recycling. And this is telling already how complex is this world. Definitely chemical recycling will be the future way to step back to the monomers and re-establish the polyester in the way it is. Chemical recycling is not only for polyester, of course, but it's the most advanced technology for the moment. So we are also active on polyamide, for example. But yeah, let me say those are the two main pillars, and they have to work together, because that's a very good question. Thanks for the question. It's up to the fields of application. There are applications which are very conservative. Let's talk about airbag, for example. So those guys are producing airbag as to deal with the life of the people. So they are not really willing to change anything. And the change will take years usually, because they need to be 300% sure. Other application can be substituted more easily. Packaging, for example, some type of packaging. For tire industry, that's more, let me say, delicate, because on one side, going with the mechanical recycling, or even better, the bio alternative source, we can substitute one-to-one at the moment. But of course, this is taking time, because you have to go through lab homologation and then the homologation in processability. So it's a long procedure. Usually it's taking 1 year, 1.5 years as an average. That's an aspect, in my opinion, that need to be reviewed. So if we want to fast contribute to the sustainability, we need also to cooperate in that sense and try to speed up where possible, as more as possible, also the introduction of sustainable material. For example, if I substitute virgin polyester with MIG biosource or MIG plus PX biosource, at the end I will have a sustainable polyester that is precisely like the virgin. So it doesn't need to do any tire test, just lab test to validate. But the procedure is different, and they have this different perspective that they want to be 200% sure also in that case. So maybe this is a point where we have to work together, in my opinion, and we can speed up the introduction of biomaterial. Yeah, definitely. I mean, sustainability target is so challenging, is so demanding, that you can't do everything by yourself. Even if you are a huge company like we are, like Indorama, we understood since from the beginning that we have to partner, because it's going to take a longer time if you think that you can do everything by yourself. To build up a plant for chemical recycling, you can't do everything by yourself. There are guys which are working in that business, so they are already skilled, they already have the know-how. Why not to partner? So everyone is bringing inside the loop, inside the cooperation, his best know-how, and together we can be faster. So the target is not only to reach the sustainability level we want, the CO2 reduction, but also in reaching it faster.